Hello and welcome back to Simple Learning, my young learners. This is a video about your ICSE Grade 9 Geography Reduced Syllabus, chapter number 2, that is Geographic Grid, Latitudes and Longitudes. Now, if you see the syllabus, again, always keep an eye on the syllabus box. The first part, A and B, are fully in syllabus, whereas part C and D are not in syllabus. So you can easily mark here, but inside the chapter also you need to see which headings are in syllabus and which are not. So let's go through the chapter. So first of all is a definition of geographic grid. You must always underline and mark and learn the definitions as it is. So the intersection of longitudes and latitudes which pinpoint any place on the Earth's surface, these crisscrossing lines, they form a network or a framework which is known as the geographic grid. Mark the diagrams also given there. The geographic grid is given here. Then you have, as per your syllabus, the concept of latitude. So you have here what are the lines of latitudes, all their features, definitions of latitudes. Then we move on to the main and important latitudes. I think you've been doing this since grade 5 or so in your social studies, so it should not be very difficult. You're talking about all the main latitudes, also the total number of latitudes, which are 181 parallels of latitude at 1 degrees interval. So you have all these main latitudes described here. Then the equator divides the earth into the northern and southern hemisphere. So you talk about what are the northern and southern hemispheres. Then you have in your syllabus the uses of latitudes. Now what is given in the syllabus box, you can match it with that. You have it in syllabus, uses of latitude. So there are, the first use is that it helps us to measure the distance of a place. Second is it tells us about the different heat zones also that are there on Earth. So you can see the heat zones diagram here. And then you have the lines of longitude. Now all this description you need to read. If you read and understand through the diagram, it's not very difficult. Then you have lines of longitude. So here also the definition of longitude. Longitude is the angular distance of a place east or west of the prime meridian. Now what is the prime meridian? Prime meridian is the line of longitude whose angular distance is defined as 0 degree. And it passes through the place called Greenwich near London. So according to prime meridian, we start measuring all the other lines of longitude and they help us to determine time. So you have to know the definition of longitude, also the definition of prime meridian and its degree. So whatever longitudes are towards the east or west of Greenwich are suffixed as west or east. For example, 60 degree west and 60 degree east. So there are 360 lines of longitude, again at 1 degree interval. They are also called meridians of longitude. Now what is the meaning of meridian? This could be a matter for your short answers. Meridian is derived from the Latin word meridianum, which means noon. So the sun crosses the meridian at noon and all places on a particular meridian will have noon at the same time. Hence they are known as meridians. So you can read about this calculation of meridians and how the different degrees determine the time. Then what is a great circle? So the two diametrically opposite lines, they make a full circle and that is known as the great circle. And also you should know that the distance between two lines of longitude is maximum at the equator because of the bulge of the earth, and that is equal to 111 kilometers. Not difficult to learn, right? Then you have to know how longitude is used to determine time. So that is all in syllabus, children. Please mark it accordingly for this year. Then you have the eastern and western hemispheres according to the division to the west or east of the prime meridian. Then you have the local time. standard time and different time zones. They are all in syllabus and all these definitions are extremely important. You must know what is standard time. The uniform time based on central meridian is known as the standard time. Standard time must always be divisible by 7.5 degree. This allows time to be reckoned by a unit of half an hour and not smaller differences. What is Greenwich Mean Time? Greenwich Mean Time is also in syllabus. That is the time at Greenwich Observatory in London. You do not specifically have to do IST. It is not mentioned in syllabus. Nevertheless, I would suggest that always read it because the standard meridian of India passes through Allahabad, and on that basis the time in India is determined, and that is known as the Indian Standard Time. Thereafter you have to do international dateline. Okay, so international dateline is also shown here. You can see that it's a kind of zigzag line to determine the difference of days between the two parts of the earth which it divides. So, international date line or IDL is a 180-degree line. When crossing this date line from the west to the east, a day is deducted or the time is fixed backward by 1 day. When crossing this line from east to west, a day is added or the calendar is fixed 1 day ahead. It is a zigzag line and it goes zigzag at the Bering Strait between Siberia and Alaska and at Fiji, Tonga, New Zealand and some other islands which you can see here. It goes zigzag. This is the Bering Strait and then it goes straight, and here also it goes a little zigzag near New Zealand. Now what is not in syllabus is the last part, locating places and examples of working out time according to latitude and longitude. You do not have to do all this. So this whole page number 19 is not in syllabus. So you can just cancel it out. Great and small circles, I have put a cross on it so you can see this whole thing is not in syllabus. So you can cross it out for this year. You don't have to do any of these examples. So that finishes your chapter number 2 of the geographic grid. Chapter number 1 as per ICSE syllabus is not there for this year. So we have started with chapter 2. I'll be coming up with more videos about geography as well. History videos are already on the channel. So please go through these videos and let me know what more you want to know about geography, history or English. So all the best for your exams and preparation, children. Please like, share this video and please subscribe to the channel and keep tuned. Thank you.